Again this hour in Arizona, where authorities continue to search for 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie. The mother of the Today Show host, Savannah Guthrie, has been missing for 5 days, and last night, the family released an emotional message pleading with Nancy's possible abductor to just let her go.
We too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her.
The light is missing from our lives. We are always going to be merely human, just normal human people who need our mom.
CBS News reporter Andres Gutierrez joins us live once again from Tucson. Andres, investigators returned to Nancy Guthrie's home yesterday. What were they looking for, and did they find anything new?
Well, at this point, we're going to see if they found anything new at this news conference that's set to happen here in about 3 hours. It does underscore how seriously they're taking this case. They are going ahead and re-examining portions of the scene. When you have a complex case like this, it's not uncommon for them to go back and revisit the scene if there are tips or leads that may let them go back to that home. A ransom note, as we've been reporting all throughout the last couple of days, was sent to the local ABC and CBS affiliates, also sent to TMZ. Right now, law enforcement analyzing that note, but they have not confirmed its authenticity. The sheriff's office also says that despite the leads, that there is no suspect or person of interest at this time. The FBI is assisting police, and law enforcement continues to follow the tips from the public as they push to find Nancy Guthrie and to bring her home.
And Andres, there's been such strong reaction, people sharing their outpouring of support from across the country, also obviously in her hometown. So there was a vigil last night for Nancy Guthrie. Tell us about that.
Yeah, there were over 500 people that ended up packing the St. Philip's in the Hills Episcopal Church. Family, friends, and members of the community ended up sitting together in silence and in prayer. The pastor there led them in that service. Let's take a listen.
We pray for our sister Nancy. Bring her swiftly to safety and to those whom she loves.
We need to come together, wrap our arms around each other, and lift each other up.
And so the message here was consistent that the Nancy Guthrie is loved here, and the community is holding on to hope, and that she will be found and found safe at that.
All right, Andres Gutierrez reporting from Tucson for us again. Andres, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Well, earlier on CBS Mornings, we spoke with former FBI agent Catherine Schweik. Back in 2003, Catherine worked a similar case in which an elderly woman was kidnapped, held for ransom, and eventually freed after 5 days. Schweik highlighted the novelties of this particular case. Take a listen.
Based on your experience, why did they put it out at this time, do you think? And is this kind of thing done in cooperation with authorities?
Yeah, good morning, Tough Day. It is important that it's done in coordination with the authorities. It's not an unexpected move at all. The goal is you see it and it's gut-wrenching to watch, but it's important to the conversation because you want to open a conversation with a kidnapper or the kidnappers and make sure that they understand that you are there willing to do whatever you can do to bring back the person that you love so much.
Catherine, Savannah alluded to the fact that we live in a time where images can be manipulated. How does law enforcement authenticate ransom notes like the one that was received?
A lot of frantic work being done in FBI's laboratories and in conjunction with the local police, who, of course, are coordinating this investigation, local sheriff's office, because you do have to make sure. Reality is this is a high-profile kidnapping case and an abduction case, and we want to make sure, because we do get, oftentimes law enforcement does get false threats, and people are charged and convicted for saying, oh, I want to collect this money, and they try to get money out of somebody in their worst time. And people in these situations are desperate, and they will pay out and then find out that they're speaking to no one. They're speaking to somebody spoofing them.
So the other thing that was sort of interesting about our conversation with Catherine is, as we mentioned, that she was instrumental. She worked on the team that ultimately was able to crack the case of an elderly woman much like this who had gone missing. And I asked her, so what about that case? Who ultimately was the one who was found to have committed it? And she said it was somebody in the community, right? And so, you know, I thought that was sort of interesting because we don't have any leads right now. We don't know who might have possibly taken Nancy Guthrie, but I'm sure obviously the police and now the FBI are looking at everybody, which is why that message by Savannah and her siblings was so important to hear.
It's tough when you're such a public figure also, because you just don't know where this could be coming from. But as we know from, I mean, I religiously watch 48 Hours, and you know, most times, unfortunately, it's someone that you do know.
Or somebody that is connected to the family in some way.